All right, let's dive into something you've probably seen pop up online. These really tempting offers for custom-built watches, maybe looking like luxury brands from sites you've never heard of.
Yeah.
Today we're looking at one called Modsera.com. The sources you sent us talk about some, well, pretty impressive specs. Seiko movements, sapphire crystal, even 904L steel.
The good stuff?
Exactly. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the dilemma. Is this legit? Can you trust a site like this, or are there, red flags? That's what we're digging into.
And we should probably start right at the beginning with the site itself, because honestly, the red flags start flying pretty much immediately.
Oh, okay.
So the sources confirm the website domain, modsera.com, it was only registered in February 2025.
Wait, February this year, 2025.
Yeah, incredibly recent, especially for a store claiming to do custom builds and using these kinds of materials.
Okay, that is really new.
But here's where it gets kind of weird. That recent date, February 2025, it directly clashes with stuff on their own website, like customer reviews. We found reviews posted on their site dated 2024.
Hold on. How does that work? Site registered in 2025, reviews from 2024.
Exactly. It doesn't. It immediately makes you question if those reviews, maybe all their reviews, are actually genuine. Big question mark right there.
Okay, that's a major inconsistency. And let's talk about those materials they claim, like the 904L steel. That's serious stuff, right?
It is. That's highly corrosion-resistant steel. You usually find it on, much more expensive Swiss watches. It's a big selling point.
Which makes the lack of transparency even more jarring.
Yeah.
So beyond the messed up timeline, what about who's behind it?
Well, that's the thing. There's basically zero information. Nothing verifiable about who owns the site. No names, no team page, no about us that actually tells you anything concrete.
Anonymous?
Pretty much. And that anonymity extends to their contact info, too.
Okay, well, yes.
They do list an address and a phone number, like on their Facebook page, but we checked. The physical address listed, it seems it was just copied and pasted from somewhere else online.
Copied. Like it's not a real office or workshop.
Looks like a generic placeholder address. So
Yeah.
you've got anonymous owners, a non-verifiable address.
Yeah.
It really doesn't build confidence, does it? It suggests they're maybe prioritizing a quick setup over, actual accountability.
Right, a copied address.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so the digital footprint looks shaky, to say the least. What happens when people actually click buy? What's the real-world customer experience like?
That's where it gets really interesting and honestly a bit messy. It seems like buying from them is, well, it's a gamble.
A gamble how? Like sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Exactly. We looked at places like Reddit, other forums, and you see a lot of negative reports. People talking about long delays, tracking numbers that are fake or just never update.
Oh, the fake tracking number thing, classic.
Yeah, suspicious return addresses, people having to go through their banks, dispute the charges to try and get their money back. All the signs you'd expect from a potentially dodgy operation.
Okay, so it sounds pretty bad. Lots of unhappy customers.
But, and this is the tricky part, it's not all bad. That's what makes this confusing.
What do you mean?
There are also reports, complete with pictures online, from buyers who did receive their watches.
They actually got them.
Yes. And some seem pretty happy with the quality, especially considering the price they paid. They posted photos confirming delivery.
Huh. So, how does that work? Scam reports alongside happy customers. That seems counterintuitive.
Well, it can actually be a deliberate tactic, If you fulfill some orders, especially early on, you generate positive reviews and photos. That creates social proof.
Ah, I see. So it looks more legitimate.
Right. It makes it harder to just label the whole thing 100% scam immediately.
Yeah.
It confuses things, maybe even makes payment processors slower to act on fraud claims because, look, some products are being delivered.
Okay, that makes a scary kind of sense.
Yeah.
So the final verdict here seems to be buyer beware. Big time.
Absolutely. You've got these claims of high-quality materials, which are really appealing, but that's paired with a super recent website, totally anonymous owners, questionable contact info, and a very mixed bag of customer outcomes.
So if you're thinking about it, you really need to weigh that risk. You might get a decent watch for the price.
Or you might get nothing and have a fight on your hands to get your money back. You're basically rolling the dice. Our sources really stress doing your homework and thinking twice.
Definitely sounds like it. And this whole situation, it kind of raises a bigger point, doesn't it?
I think so. What does this pattern tell us? These professional-looking online stores popping up almost overnight with these mixed results. What does it mean for trusting who we buy from online?
Yeah, it feels like the effort required from us, the consumers, to vet sellers is just going up and up. It seems so easy now to create a slick website that looks totally legit.
It is. The barrier to looking legitimate is incredibly low. Anyone can claim premium materials and build a nice site in a few days.
But actual trust, real credibility,
Yeah.
that's different. It takes time, transparency, consistent good service, years, maybe?
Exactly. A website can appear overnight, but trust has to be earned. So maybe the key takeaway is to always compare how fast that digital shopfront went up versus how long it takes to build real, verifiable reputation.
Good point. Always measure the speed of setup against the time needed for genuine trust. Something definitely to keep in mind next time you see one of those too good to be true deals online.